Well, once again, it's the last week of voting in MSU Varsity's online contest, Home Field Advantage. So get ready for tonight's secret code because you can score 100 votes for your school with one single click. And tonight's code is referee. The word referee is valid until Tuesday the 16th at 2 p.m. And remember, 3 grand prize winners will score an inflatable blast tunnel customized in your school colors. Tune in the rest of the week for your final bonus codes.
Football Monday rolls on in New Jersey, where Ramapo opened the playoffs home against Paramus. Ramapo trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Ramapo beat Paramus last year in the semifinals. First quarter, no score. Ramapo in the green. Tyler Ward to Matt Bunting, and that is the reason why he is a candidate to make the All-Metro team for MSG Varsity. Bunting, 6'5", makes it 7-0. Third quarter, game tied at 14. Bunting again, 10-yard hookup. 21-14, Ramapo trying to end the long winning streak for Paramus, but John Robertson on a 3rd and 1 goes deep and in stride finds Matt Kazak. It's down the sideline, 49 yards. Later on in that drive, Robertson to Kazak, 20 yards out. He spins into the end zone. We're tied at 21. Fourth quarter, Paramus at midfield, Robertson. Oh, look at the high five nominee. Lowering the shoulders, spinning his way out of tacklers. Robertson bouncing off, keeping his balance, 50 yards. Oh my goodness, are they gonna love him down to the main line. 5 TDs for Robertson, 5th straight win after 3 consecutive losses earlier in the season for Paramus. 3rd straight loss for Ramapo, 33-28 the final. So it doesn't get any easier now for Paramus. It doesn't get any easier for me to speak either because John Robertson just gets me all choked up. Paramus advances to play Old Tapan, who cruised past Mount Olive on Friday Night Football. For the 2nd time this season, Wayne Hills beat Wayne Valley. And now our 19th ranked team will host High Point. Not done in New Jersey, are we? Passaic Tech, North Bergen. This is North 1, Group 4. Got to talk about these guys because they're playing some big-time football. Third play from scrimmage. Peter Raman-And pulls down the ball and says, hey, guys, see you later. I'm going to the house. 68 yards. 2-point conversion, no good, and Vinny Ascalese' boys take a 6-0 advantage. Passaic Tech ball. Quatrell Huffin escapes the pressure, then throws just an absolute dart to Isaac Williams, stays on his feet into the end zone. 7-6 Passaic Tech at that point. North Bergen took a 20-7 lead after 3. On to the fourth quarter, it's now 27-13. Passaic Tech trailing with the football, 4th and 5. Huffin, you can't pressure him because he just steps up and then throws this. Williams again, 45 yards, extra point, no good, so it's 27-19. North Bergen still winning. Passaic Tech still plenty of time. They get it back with 10 seconds remaining. More than enough time for Huffin. Buying time. Look it. Look at that offensive line. Huffin guns it. Jameel McNeil, TD. Time expires. Passaic Tech down 2. But hold on, with zeros on the clock, we've got a 2-point conversion. Need that to tie. Huffin trying to make magic happen. Looking around, but finally some pressure. North Bergen strips it. North Bergen bounces on it, and they win 27-25.
We hit a slide here where for a number of years we couldn't get out of the first round. Tonight we did.
Just tell me a little bit about your quarterback. He was really impressive out there.
Peter is a very, very good athlete. He works hard, and he just has good feet. He gets the job done, man.
These dramatic endings not good on the vocal box, Shauna. North Bergen's 7th straight win puts them in the North 1 Group 4 semifinals. Randolph shut out Livingston. On the top half of the bracket, Montclair was 10 better than Ridgewood. Montclair next play is Union City, as we talked about in the 4-minute drill. Union City was the only 8 seed to knock off a top seed in all of New Jersey this past weekend.
All right, we're going to let Jared rest his vocal cords as we head back to the New York State playoffs. Section 1 Class D champs Stucco in its 9th trip to the state tournament, taking on Section 9's Chester in the state regionals. And Tuckahoe's senior running back Jarrett Summer needed 100 yards to become the school's all-time leading rusher. That's a side note. Second quarter, Tuckahoe and White and special teams jump starting the offense. Shane Nixon fields the punt. He reverses field. And you know, Summer, well, he's going to have to wait a little longer to get on the field here. Nixon, 57-yard punt return. Tuckahoe up 7-0. And they took a 14-0 lead into the half. So we fast forward to the third quarter. Tuckahoe now with a 23-0 lead. And here he is. Summer up the gut, putting a nice dent into that record 56-yard gain. And he gets knocked down inside the 5. Same drive, and Lewis Esquilin getting in from 5 yards out. Tuckahoe, they have a 30-0 lead as we head to the fourth quarter, and the Tigers just continue to pound away with their guy Summer. Here he is, Summer, busting loose, 32 yards. Jared Summer, now Tuckahoe's all-time leading rusher, 3,372 yards for his career. He breaks that previous record of 3,342, set back in '92 by Dave Phillips. Let the celebration begin. Summer finished this game with 130 yards on 10 carries as Tuckahoe rolls on to win 43-8. And for more on this game and your guy Jared Summer, we head back out to Kevin Devaney Jr. at Dietz Stadium.
Tuckahoe has won 9 Section 1 championships in school history, and they've had plenty of outstanding running backs in that time. But after Saturday night, Jared Summer stands above them all. Summer rushed for 130 yards in a win over Chester to become the school's all-time leading rusher.
Jared is elusive. I mean, he's been doing this since freshman year. Jared is just a man. It's amazing. I'm speechless, really. I mean, I got to give all my credit to the line. I got to give it to the other backs who blocked for me. I really couldn't have done it without them.
I've had a lot of good backs, and I'm not going to go out on a limb. I've had a lot of good backs, as you well know, some at East Chester, some at Tuckahoe, and he's one of the best.
Anybody else where I'd be ecstatic? Jared's just one of those guys where it's like, thank you, and then he goes on about his day. I'm glad I got it over with this game, so it didn't carry into the next.
Summer will look to add to his rushing total next Friday night in the state semifinal when Tuckahoe takes on Mariah. Reporting from Kingston for MSG Varsity, I'm Kevin Devaney Jr.
So you heard Kevin. Tuckahoe, now 8-1, will face Section 7's Mariah in the Class D state semifinals. Mariah actually defeated Tuckahoe in the 2008 semis. Tuckahoe has been averaging about 40 points per game and will look for some revenge. The semifinal rematch set for Friday, November 19th at 4 o'clock at Dietz Stadium.
We just got to go out and play our game. Block to the whistle, tackle to the whistle, read our keys on defense, attack, all the things we've done all season. Do that, we will win. Don't do that, you will lose.
John Catano not mincing words with his Croton-Harmon team as they took on New Paltz in the Class D regional final, and the Tigers didn't disappoint. Jesse Mignero, a wide open pass to Matt Trowley. I think that categorizes as a wide open pass. 48-yard pass and catch, Croton-Harmon. They're up 7-0. Into the second quarter we go. Trowley doing it with his feet this time. Watch him as he changes direction, and then he cuts across field, and Trowley goes all the way untouched. 57 yards for the score. Extra point blocked, but Croton-Harmon extends their lead 13-0. So how about a little bit of defense from the Tigers? Kyle Ricciardi and Charlie Frattini stuffing the run in the backfield. Croton-Harmon keeping New Paltz off the scoreboard in the first half. Third quarter, Croton-Harmon ball, still 13-0. And Jesse Mignero going to keep it himself. He's weaving his way through the defenders. And Mignero rushed for 126 yards and a touchdown. He also threw for a touchdown as Croton-Harmon shuts out New Paltz, scored 27-0. So though Croton-Harmon lost their standout sophomore linebacker Nick Grouse to injury in the Section 1 Class Championship game against Westlake, the undefeated Tigers have prevailed and are moving on to the New York State Class B semifinals. They will face Section 2's Chalmont on Saturday, November 20th at 4 p.m., of course, at Dietz Stadium.
When we return, find out if a rematch with Riverdale is in Ramsey's future. New Jersey football highlights coming up.